Hi there! It's a beautiful day outside. We're going to be barbecuing some burgers. So to accompany those burgers, we're going to make some homemade delicious buns. And this is a fairly generic recipe. Ours is going to be topped with Everything Bagel seasoning. Seasoning? I don't know if you would call this a seasoning.
People
Mixture?
use it. Sure.
Mixture.
Good stuff.
Everything Bagel. Everybody knows what Everything Bagel is.
Yeah.
You could also just use, garlic butter or an egg wash on top with sesame seeds, whatever you want. We just happen to have this, and it's one of our favorites, so that's what we're going to use.
Yes. Okay, so ingredients-wise, we're going to use 400 grams of flour, which we've measured out on the scale. Much easier than using a scoop. We've got 1 tablespoon of yeast, a teaspoon and a half of sea salt, 3 tablespoons of regular salt, 3/4 of a cup of warm water, 1 egg, and 3 tablespoons of softened butter. And that's all.
And don't worry about writing any of this down, gals and girls, because we actually are going to put a link in the description to the recipe, which you can print off. And if you want to print it off now, pause us and follow along with the recipe, you can. But we'll link that. And we'll put a link to this scale too. It's very affordable, very accurate, and trust me, you want a scale for doing any kind of baking, because doing by volume is just not accurate, and it's a pain in the butt. And by weight is just so much better.
By weight is so much better. That's how all the bakeries do it.
The Europeans knew what they were doing years ago.
Yes.
All right, let's mix all this stuff together.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to start by adding our warm water, our yeast, and then the salt. We need the sugar because that's what the yeast eats to make our bread fluffy. And then we're going to add the egg. Now, we put all of this onto the mixer and we mix it around for a minute just so everything's incorporated. So we're going to hook that up to the mixer. It's on there. Okay. So we're going to use the dough hook today because, well, we're making dough. Okay. Good old trusty KitchenAid mixer. Pop that on, put this down.
How long were we mixing for again?
Just for a minute, just so everything gets kind of incorporated. Before we add the butter, and then we start adding the flour.
Looks ready to eat to me. No.
It's a little runny for a bun.
Yeah. It actually smells really good already. I'm kind of impressed. Should be good, eh?
Yeah. I'm going to turn it off and add the butter. Okay, so now we're going to add the softened butter. So I'm just going to put that in there with the mixer off because that's just easier. Okay. Turn that on for a little bit again. Okay, so that looks ready. Now we're going to add our flour. So I'm going to add most of the flour. I'm just going to use a scoop so I don't get it all over the counter. And then we'll turn it on, see how it looks, and then if we need to, we can always add the rest of the flour. And then we need it for about 5 to 6 minutes. With the trusty mixer here. So we're gonna lock that, turn it on low. Turn that down, we're starting to get flour everywhere. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes, so I'll just check it here real quick, but our dough looks beautiful. So it should be sticky, but it shouldn't stick to anything. So I can hold it, it's nice and squishy. You can, of course, also hand knead, but well, we have this, so we're using this. But yeah, Beautiful dough. So now we're gonna put it back in this bowl, cover it with saran wrap, and then we're gonna stick it somewhere warm. So today we're gonna put the light on in the oven, and then the oven will be off, of course. So that'll be a nice little warm house for this to grow. So hour and a half, you should see it double in size. If you're just gonna put it on your counter on a nice warm day, maybe about 2 hours. But yeah, ours is ready to go, ready to rise. Okay, so I've got saran wrap on, and into our nice warm little hidey hole it goes. Anywhere in the oven, we're good to go. Okay, so it's been an hour and a half, so we're gonna check to see how our dough is rising. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. Doubled in size, nice and fluffy. Now we just have to divide it into 8 pieces, and then we just roll those into little bun shapes. Oh, we might need a little bit of flour on our hands and stuff. Not super sticky, but I think we're okay. Okay, so we're gonna use our dough cutter. Cut this into 8 pieces. Okay. Now we just have to roll them into little balls. So we're just gonna take them, roll them, and you want to make sure that the little bottom piece is kind of stuck together so there's no big holes or anything. We're just gonna put them onto our sheet over here. Move that closer. Okay. You just kind of cup the little ball and then roll it around, and it does it all by itself. Okay, so there's all 8. I'll just space them out nicely. And we might need a second board. We just squish them down a little bit so they're hamburger bun shaped. About 3 inches or so. And then they're going to go back into the toasty warm oven so that they can rise again. So that'll be about an hour, hour and a half. All right, cover them again with the plastic wrap. Now back they go into the nice warm oven. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's been an hour and our buns have been rising in the oven. So let's check them. Oh, they're beautiful. Look how big they got. Okay, let's take these out, and then they're gonna get their egg wash top. And I'm gonna turn the oven on to 400 because that's what they bake at. So 400 degrees, start. That'll heat up while we do this. Okay. Take off our plastic wrap. Then we just need 1 egg. Crack that guy in there. And 1 tablespoon of water. just mix it up. Then we make a mess. Okay, and then we just have to paint this on each bun, and then we can put our toppings on. So this will help make the buns nice color on top, but it also helps the stuff we're gonna put on there stick. Ooh, look how light and squishy these little guys are. So as you can see, our buns rose quite a bit and they're actually touching, but that's okay. It's like bakery buns, they all have that little seam. Okay. Just generously coat these all. Okay, so we're ready to use our seasoning. So we've got the Everything Bagel seasoning and just some regular sesame seeds. So we'll pop that open. I don't want to dump that on. Okay. So we'll do like half and half. We don't want to be stingy. Okay. Now we just have to wait for the oven to heat up and then we'll put them back in. Okay, so the oven's hot, 400 degrees. You'll probably notice that this one deflated a little. We're gonna see what happens. Whatever, he's getting cooked anyway. I'm sure he'll taste fine, he just won't be burger quality today. All right, so 15 minutes, 400 degrees. Pop these little guys in, and then we will set our timer. Okay, so our timer's gone off, so in theory, our buns are baked. So we're gonna take them out of the oven. Oh man, look at those. Look, even the little gimpy guy kind of rose a little bit. Those look fantastic. Okay, take that off. So we're just gonna move these over onto this rack here. Don't wanna burn my fingers. I'm gonna use some tongs. That. Stuck a tiny bit from the egg wash, but that's okay. Okay, now these just have to cool and then we can use them for our burgers. Okay, so we're just gonna see what the inside of our buns look like. Look at that. Beautiful, squishy, fluffy, not dense. These are gonna be great for our burgers.
Right, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.